Hi friends, this is Drake from Dragon Divination. I'm a huge tarot fan, but once in a while, more often than not, I add some Lenormand cards into my tarot readings. If you've ever tried to read Lenormand cards like tarot, you've probably felt confused. They don't seem to work the same way, right? Well, that's because they're not supposed to. Tarot asks why things are happening, diving deep into psychology and archetypes. Lenormand, on the other hand, is refreshingly direct. It tells you what is happening, what is coming next, and how different events are connected. To really get a feel for this system, we need to understand where it came from and why it's so practical. The Lenormand system is named after a legendary French fortune teller, Mademoiselle Marie-Anne Lenormand. She lived in the late 18th and early 19th centuries and was famous for her incredibly specific predictions for clients like Napoleon Bonaparte and Empress Josephine. But here's the twist. She didn't actually create the deck that bears her name. The cards we know as Lenormand were published after her death. They drew inspiration from older German and European card reading traditions, combining simple folk symbols with playing card inserts. This resulted in a 36-card oracle system rooted in everyday objects, animals, and social roles. We're talking about things like a house, a dog, a letter, a ship. This practicality is what makes Lenormand so powerful. It's grounded in lived reality, not abstract philosophy. People loved it because it gave them clear and actionable answers to the questions they were actually asking. So, what is the biggest difference between Lenormand and tarot? It's this. A single Lenormand card doesn't mean much on its own. The real magic happens when you combine them. Each card is a simple word, and you string them together to form sentences that describe your life. In tarot, you might pull one card for deep insight. In Lenormand, you almost never pull just one. You read lines, pairs, and full layouts to get the complete picture, and your questions need to be specific and practical. Let's get to know the 36 cards. I'll group them by theme to make them easier to remember. First, let's look at cards related to your personal journey and destiny. The rider brings news and messages, something is arriving. The clover is about small bits of luck and brief opportunities. The ship signifies travel, distance, or foreign matters. The house is your home, your family, and your stability. The tree represents health, deep roots, and long-term growth. The clouds signal confusion and uncertainty. The snake warns of complications, deceit, or a winding path. The coffin means an ending, a closure, or a period of stagnation. And the bouquet is a lovely card, representing a gift, happiness, or a pleasant surprise. Next up, we have cards of challenge and power. The scythe indicates a sudden cut, a sharp decision, or even a danger. The whip points to conflict, arguments, or repetitive stressful activities, and depending on the surrounding cards, it can mean something sexual in nature. The birds represent anxiety, gossip, chatter, or nervous conversations. The child is all about new beginnings, innocence, or something small in scale. The fox is a card of cunning, strategy, and often relates to work or self-interest. And the bear symbolizes power, authority, and often money or finances. Now for cards of connection and guidance. The stars bring hope, clarity, and a sense of destiny. The stork signals change, movement, and positive shifts. The dog is a classic symbol of loyalty, friendship, and trusted allies. The tower represents institutions, authority, and sometimes isolation. The garden is your social life, public events, and community gatherings. Let's talk about relationships and communication. The mountain is a major obstacle, a delay, or a blockage. The crossroads presents you with a choice or multiple paths to consider. The mice warn of gradual loss, decay, or gnawing stress. The heart is, of course, about love, passion, and emotional bonds. The ring signifies commitment, contracts, and partnerships. The book points to secrets, knowledge, or hidden information. And the letter represents written messages, documents, and direct communication. Finally, we have cards related to your identity and ultimate fate. We have the man and the woman, which are significator cards representing you or someone else in your life. The lily speaks of maturity, peace, and long-term contentment. The sun is a fantastic card, bringing success, vitality, and clarity. The moon governs our emotions, intuition, and public reputation. The key is the answer. It unlocks solutions and brings clarity and certainty. The fish represent money, business, and flow. The anchor provides stability, long-term security, and often relates to your work. And finally, the cross symbolizes burdens, fate, and important life lessons. So, how do you actually read these cards? It's all about context and position. You read them like a sentence, from left to right. A card to the left shows a past influence, while a card to the right shows what's coming next. For example, if you pull the heart card followed by the snake card, it points to jealousy or deceit in a relationship. If you get the letter card plus the bear card, you might be looking at official financial documents. A ring next to the clouds could mean a commitment feels uncertain or confusing. You see, you're not just interpreting feelings, you're describing actual events and dynamics. Let's look at a few simple reading methods. The easiest is a two-card read. The first card is the subject, and the second card modifies it. For example, ship plus coffin could mean a trip is canceled. Dog plus key could mean a friend provides the solution. A three-card line is great for daily guidance. The left card shows the past, the middle card is the present, and the right card is the near future. This gives you a quick snapshot of a situation's flow. For more complex questions about jobs or relationships, you can use a 5 or 9 card box spread, reading the rows, columns, and diagonals to see how different factors interact. But the crown jewel of Lenormand is the grand tableau. This is where you lay out all 36 cards at once. It's an amazing spread that can map out months of your life. You find your significator card, the man or woman, and see where you stand. You read the cards surrounding you, the cards above and below you, and the distances between key cards. It can show your career, relationships, finances, and major decisions all unfolding in one big picture. One of the best things about Lenormand is its ability to give timing clues. While it's not an exact science, some cards offer hints. The birds can suggest days. The moon often represents a month, and the tree points to a long-term development. The scythe, true to its nature, means something will happen very suddenly. Again, context is everything. The spirit of Lenormand is honesty. Sometimes it's uncomfortably honest. It tells you what's happening, who's involved, and where things are heading if you stay on the current path. It doesn't sugarcoat reality, and it doesn't moralize. It simply describes the world as it is, which is what makes it such a powerful and reliable predictive tool. To get the most out of Lenormand, remember these key points. Ask specific questions, always read cards in combination, and use your intuition to support logic, not replace it. The cards themselves are simple, and that's intentional. It allows the truth to come through clearly. Lenormand doesn't ask you to meditate on your fate. It asks you to open your eyes and see it. Thank you, or mahalo, as we say in Hawaii, for watching. If you found this guide helpful, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more content. If you have a friend or two who you think might like my channel, please share it with them. Thanks for playing with me. Don't forget to be the magic, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Aloha, Drake.